is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Sorry it's been a while. I've been a really busy summer, but I wanted to give you a tour now of my golf course for 2019. So it's now October, so I wanted to give you like the full view before the snow comes in. We actually had a lot of rain the last few weeks, flash flood warnings too, so it's not in the best shape, but it's in pretty decent shape though. Wanted to just a quick overview. It's pretty good. We have some new holes this year, which I'm excited to show you. Rough is actually pretty thick, but we'll get straight into it here. So the first hole starts here. The tee shot's that way. It's a par 4. Your landing zone is here. You got water in behind. You guys might, if you watch previous videos, you'll remember. Then your approach shot is back onto that green there. We removed the shrub from the front of the green, so it's a bit more visible now. But you still have, this is like the cement here is water. You got shrubbery on the left. What was a bunker on the right, we actually had so much rain here over the last couple weeks. Mud just all turned into mud. So this is the green here. So it's a rather tough starting hole. Kind of difficult. Par would be pretty good. Second hole here starts off this little green mat. It's a really easy par 4. Your tee shot to that landing zone just past the cement there. If you hit your tee shot there, it's pretty much sets up a birdie because the pin is right there. It's in the front there, so just a little basic chip shot to that pin there. Pretty easy hole actually. If there's water there and there, if you put your tee shot there, it won't bring birdie into play. So now we'll go to the front yard for hole 3. Starting off this green mat here. There's another par 4. Your tee shot just over the flower pot on the left there, or just right of that, excuse me. The fairway's right there. Again, just tree on the right, flowers on the left. Land it in here, and you have a kind of a difficult approach shot over, or in between that shrub there, over it, downhill to the pin. You can clip the tree, you can clip the shrub, it won't make it, but I know the green all runs away from you, and you got water in behind too if you get a little too aggressive. It's kind of a delicate shot there, sorry for my hand in the way, but you can still make birdie, but difficult hole overall. And the fourth hole is our first of 5 par 3s on this course, and 18 holes. It's started off here, all the divots I kind of hacked up this year. Kind of a narrower shot. You have OB over the fence on the right, at the house on the left, and the flowers short, and also a pot bunker in front. You cannot end up in that. It doesn't look by the camera, but it is kind of deep and difficult to get out of. And yeah, the pin's just in the front there. It's a narrow green too. I have more pin options there, make it further back, which is more difficult. But yeah, kind of overall a difficult par 3. And so the fifth hole is the first par 5 on the golf course. Your tee shot straight out to the corner there. You guys may remember this hole if you did watch my videos the last 2 years. The longest hole on the course. You have to make sure you get it past this eavesdrop though, or you will be blocked out by your next shot. So if you hit it to here, your layup is down this fairway here. Or you can go for the green actually. It's a long carry, the driveway is all water, so it has to be a whole force carry. Depending on the wind direction, you could probably get there. But if you lay up here, you just have to avoid the tree on the left, the flowers on the right, and you have just basically a straightforward third over the water to what is today a tucked pin on the left. You got water short, water left, a bunker there, bunker here, and OB long, so you have to be really precise with your landing spot here. Overall, go in behind here. You don't have much room past the pin too. Is very, very difficult par 5. So, forgot to mention guys, also this is a par 71, 18 holes. There are 4 par 5s and 5 par 3s. So the 6th hole starts over here. This is a short par 3. It's actually a new hole. This is water here, the sidewalk. Over that to the white flag there. Now, you also have to keep it under this tree. As you can see, there's tree limbs here. You can't airmail it or you'll clip the tree and go in the water. And this is all carry. You have to carry all this grass. It is long. But overall, it's much easier than the first par 3, and it is birdieable. So now, moving on to the 7th hole. It starts over here. Your tee shot has to be through, water on the left, trees on the right, under the tree, to the fairway, just past the white flag. It's hard to see from back here. By the way, my neighbors gave me permission to put their tee box in their yard, so we're okay with that. This is the fairway here. It's actually one of the toughest hole on the front nine, actually. You have to keep it under these trees with the water on the left, trees on the right. But if you do it the fairway, you still have a difficult shot to that same pin we were at on hole 5. Across the water again, OB long. And this is a par 4, so to this pin here again, you have to be very, very precise. Par on this hole is really good. It used to be a par 5, but I wanted to make a couple new holes this year that were par 5s. So this is a very difficult par 4, one of the toughest holes on the course. So hole 8 starts here. Your tee shot has to stay just over the water here, very narrow target. You got trees on the right, water on the right, you got shrubs on the left, it's to the white flag. So your tee shot is, if you can see in the middle there, the fairway, that is where you want to aim. If it is wind, if you are downwind, you can carry all this, maybe reach the green, but on any normal day with a wiffle ball, you will hit your tee shot to here, maybe up here. If you hit it in the fairway, just a simple pitch shot to the green here, which is a good birdie possibility. Hit it and play, it's a birdie hole. We'll view back from the tee end. Now hole 9 is the first new hole this year. I wanted to show you, well, the second one, but it is really fun. So you start here, so there's all the leaves, it's like October 3rd today, I think. You want to hit it to the fairway up there, not too close. Now the reason why is your second shot is going to go over the roof from about here if you keep it in the fairway. You want to keep it in the fairways because course rules, if you put it in the fairway, you get to give yourself a nice lie, so you can give yourself a nice lie to launch it over. Now it may seem difficult, but if you get it over the top, it'll roll down and then off the back deck and onto the grass. So right over there is the perfect aim point. You aim it's pretty straightforward. If you hit it good, it will go over. All you have to do is get it over the top of the roof. It will roll down. Then you will walk around here. That's the fun part. I wanted to add some new holes to this course to make it fun, and this is a really fun hole. So it will come off the top there, roll down, and this is all slanted this way, so it'll roll down to here. And this isn't water, by the way, for interception. So that leaves you a straightforward third shot to that blue flag there. You got water short, so you cannot be short to a small green. There's flowers left and long. You cannot go in those. But if you execute a second shot, now if you push it to the right, it will come off that shed and roll down here. But if you pull it left, it can go under this tree and leave a really difficult shot. But yeah, it's an overall good chance at birdie. And now hole 10 starts here. Is the most difficult par 3 on the course. Very long to the white flag there in the back, same one as hole 1. Once again, if you guys already know, you have no room to miss here for a par 3. Water short, OB right, bushes left, OB long. The course recommendation would be to hit a low one off the fence, and then it could come back, which is your chance, but from back there it is a very difficult shot to here. Par on this hole would be really good. And it's a small green too, making it very difficult. So hole 11, another new thing on this course, back-to-back par 3s. We haven't had that in a while, but this is a much easier par 3 to that pin there. Now it looks straightforward, and it is with that pin placement, but I have another pin location on this green. I move it every 2 weeks whenever I have time. Back there, you guys already see, I actually moved it the other day. And when it is back there, you have to go over the corner of the shed, which makes it very tricky because there is water in behind the cement back there. It is in play. But with that front pin, it's pretty easy. Just your standard little chip shot to here and a good chance at birdie. So hole 12 starts back here. I moved the markers because I was just cutting grass, but you have to hit it over the roof again. Now, that tree you see over, you want to aim just left of that, so just over there, because that tree you will end up in the water. But just over that little plaque thing sticking up over there on the roof there, that is where you want to aim. You hit it right at that, you will be perfect. It'll roll down again into the fairway just over at the top part of the yard, and you will walk around the corner again. And it will run down just like hole 9 to this fairway here. Maybe he's just in the rough, but that's okay. Right over there, run down to here, and that leaves you a longer second shot. Sorry for the blurry camera. I wait for it to adjust here. There we go. To the green there, which is a bit more difficult. It's another really difficult par 4. Even if you execute your tee shot, you guys already know this green. It is very small, water, bushes, OB, bunkers. Par on this hole is a really good score. And now moving to 13, the third out of 4 par 5s, and this is the easiest par 5 probably. Straightaway tee shot, same as hole 3, right over there, but the green is on the side of the house, so you need to hit it further down than on hole 3. So if you are downwind, you can get it to the corner, and therefore leaving yourself a great chance at eagle. On a normal day like today, it's pretty cool out. You would end up here. You would have to lay up to the corner, or if you hit it good, you can get your tee shot to the corner, leaving yourself a shot here at the green. And if you would lay up, probably somewhere in here, leaving yourself, again, just over the bunker in front pin today. I moved that too. It was normally in the back most of the summer, and OB right. But overall, this is a great chance at birdie, because there are some difficult holes to finish the round. So hole 14, back here again. Like I just mentioned, difficult holes, this is one of them. Tee shot, like hole 5, out to the corner. You don't have to, it's pretty much straight away. The pin is the white flag by the end of the road there. But what makes it so difficult is there's that tree blocking your way. So the further... Sorry guys, the camera stopped working there, but right before I got blocked out there, what I was saying is, you're hitting your tee shot from hole 14 back there to here. The further you hit it, the better though, because you have to hit it under this tree to the flag and behind. So you want to hit a low one, or you can hit it at normal height out to the left, which is also okay. Just in between the trees here, the pin tucked around the corner here, just to give you an idea of how narrow it is. There you go. Really narrow shots. If you can execute it and run down it here, you could still make birdie, but par on this hole is really good. Really good score. So 15 is the 5th and final par 3 here, starting here to that pin there again. You have to keep it under these trees though, which makes it more difficult than the other shots. There's been a couple par 3s like that, but that's the challenge of this course now, trees starting to grow. But with this pin, makes the angle difficult because you have that bunker right there. So if you play it out to the right a little bit, it all kicks down to the sidewalk here, because that's the direction where if it rains, the water runs down. So once again, another difficult par 3, but par on this hole is also a really good score. And now we head to the final par 5 of the day, hole 16, to the side of the house again, but at a different angle than hole 13. Tee shot wants to be over that shrub there. That would be ideal. Now, this is a little bit tougher than 13. That's longer, so you're not likely to get there in 2. Even on a downwind day with wiffle balls, you would hit it over to this fairway here. On a shorter day, maybe back there. You would still have to lay up. You can maybe get it a little closer if you can curve it somehow around the house, or you could go over, but that's a little bit more difficult shot, not as risky. But course suggestion here, lay up to here. Give yourself a nice little third into the green there. Second longest par 5 on the course, other than hole 5. Again, just right to that flag there. A good chance of birdie again. The bunker in front. And hole 17. Sorry, I cut my fairways here and all the leaves blew up on the tee box here, so I have to clean that up. But short par 4, the pin is behind the tree there, just like hole 14. But you can't get there because there's trees in the way, so you would have to lay up down that fairway. Now this hole's kind of an illusion. It looks like if you are past that tree, you are okay. But you also have to get past that little shrub on the right to have a clear view at the green. So you've got to hit it all the way, and you have water past the fairway too, so you don't want to get too aggressive, but here would be absolutely ideal. Gives you a straightforward chip shot. If you don't get it far enough, you have to go over that, which is a very difficult shot. Then too far is in the water, but if you hit your tee shot in the ideal spot, this is a great chance at birdie. One of the easier holes on the golf course. And which leaves us off to the final hole, and ideally the most difficult hole on the golf course, hole 18. starts here. Your tee shot, it's a different angle than hole 7. You have to hit it over those trees, right over the gap there between the two trees. The little inlet there is ideal, and you will see why in a second. It's a long par 4, very difficult hole to finish. You would end up right over that. Will put you in this fairway here, and if you could end up here, longer hitters, you can end up down there, but this is your second shot back into that pin there. The further you get down, the better, but still is a very difficult shot into the green. You guys already know what trouble surrounds this green, but this hole makes it more difficult because you're coming from a further distance, make it more much difficult to get close. But yeah, par on this will be a really good way to finish the round. And yeah, that's the course for this year. It's overall difficult. Some of those shots over the house a little more difficult. They're a bit longer course, and for October 3rd today, we had a lot of rain in September. A couple weeks ago we had some flash flood warnings. We've had, I think, added all up, over 100 millimeters in the month of September, which is a lot for Winnipeg. But it's drained well, actually. That is why it is so lush here. You guys can see. Just give you one last look. It is very lush. We actually just had rain all the last couple of days too. Got to cut the grass. The rough is very thick right now. But yeah, that's the course for this year. A little late, sorry for that, but hope you enjoyed the video, and thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.